Welcome to the daily update on the Ukraine war for August the 15th, 2024. We'll cover the latest developments from multiple fronts, providing you with accurate, up-to-date information on the conflict. Let's get into today's report. Air defense in Belgorod region. Ukrainian air defense managed to shoot down 29 Shahed drones overnight. Unfortunately, some drone strikes reached Russian territory, wounding 4 people in the town of Shebekino, located in the Belgorod region. Tensions remain high as both sides escalate drone warfare. Southern Front, Orikhiv and Vremivka axes. Fierce clashes were reported yesterday in southern Ukraine. On the Orikhiv axis, heavy fighting took place near the towns of Mala Tokmachka and Novodonilivka. The Vremivka axis also saw intense confrontations near the villages of Vuhledar and Vodyane. Both sides continue vying for territorial control in these strategic locations. Donetsk Front, Kharkivka, Pokrovsk, and Toretsk axes. Significant fighting erupted on multiple axes in Donetsk. Along the Kharkivka axis, Ukrainian and Russian forces clashed near Krasnoho-Rivka, Kostyantynivka, and Hyar-Hyivka. In the Pokrovsk axis, battles unfolded near several towns including Vozdvizenka, Mykolivka, and Hrodyivka. Further east, intense engagements continued around the Toretsk axis, especially near the villages of Zalyi Yasny and the town of New York. Lyman and Siversk axes. The Eastern Front saw heavy engagements along the Lyman and Siversk axes. Clashes erupted near the towns of Nevsk, Terny, and Makivka, with both sides claiming successes. In the Siversk sector, fighting was reported near Biloho-Rivka, Verkhnokamiansk, and the village of Spirne. The area remains a hotspot for military activity. Kharkiv and Kupiansk axes. In the Kharkiv region, fighting persisted near the towns of Vovchansk and Sotnitsky Kozachok. Meanwhile, in the Kupiansk axis, heavy engagements took place near Sinkaevka, Petropavlivka, and Bierstov. These axes are of strategic importance as they are close to the Russian border, and both sides are attempting to maintain pressure in this region. Kherson Front. On the Kherson axis, there were reports of 7 clashes yesterday. Ukrainian forces made advances in certain areas. Although the overall situation remains dynamic, the conflict in this region is critical due to the proximity to Crimea and the ongoing strategic importance of the Dnipro River.
Explosions and strikes in Russian-held territories. Explosions were reported in the occupied town of Berdyansk, in the Zaporizhzhia region, while in the Kherson region, a large fire broke out in Kindyivka after a drone dropped an explosive device. Smoke was also seen rising in Pavlohrad following an explosion. In Russian territory, several explosions were reported across multiple locations, including the Kursk region, where the Ukrainian Special Operations Forces reportedly captured 100 Russian soldiers. Belarus and peace talks. In a notable development, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko called for peace talks between Ukraine and Russia, stating that no one, including Ukrainians, Russians, or Belarusans, needs this conflict. However, his call was met with skepticism, as Belarus remains a key ally of Russia in the war. White House and international response. The White House announced that additional security packages are on their way to Ukraine. This is in line with the continued Western support for Ukraine's efforts to repel Russian advances. That concludes today's update on the Ukraine conflict. As we continue to follow these developments closely, we'll keep you informed on all major events. Stay tuned for future updates, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest war reports. In other news, Ukrainian presidential advisor Mikhailo Podolyak, denied any Ukrainian involvement in the Nord Stream 2 pipeline explosions, pointing to Russia as the likely culprit. That concludes today's update on the Ukraine conflict. As we continue to follow these developments closely, we'll keep you informed on all major events. Stay tuned for future updates, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest war reports.